top 10 dangerous bowler in Cricket World Cup. In the grand theater of cricket's greatest stage, the World Cup, legends are forged at the stroke of a willow, but nightmares are spun in the hands of bowlers whose very names send shivers down the spine of batsmen worldwide. From searing pace that rattles stumps to swing so sublime it dances through defenses, these are the architects of mayhem. Tonight, we count down the top 10 most dangerous bowlers in Cricket World Cup history, unmasking the maestros of the dark arts who turned pitches into battlegrounds, the pioneers of pace and swing. In every era, there rises a bowler whose sheer presence on the field feels like an omen. Our first four gladiators rewrote the blueprint of fast bowling, drawing new arcs of terror across World Cups past. Lasith Malinga, Sri Lanka. Sling action assassin. When Lasith Malinga first trotted in with that slanted run-up, bowlers across the globe scribbled frantically in their notebooks. His round arm action delivered toe-crushing yorkers that curved like guided missiles, especially at the death overs, where even one loose half-volley could spell doom. 2011 quarterfinal versus England, Colombo. Malinga's 4 wickets and 4 balls, 2 yorkers, a slow full toss and a slicing bouncer, demolished England's tail and etched his name into World Cup folklore. The slipping yorker flighted on a string, leaving batsmen flaying at thin air and dreaming of crease safety. Malinga was poetry in motion, each delivery a stanza in his sonnet of destruction, and the batsman a hapless rhyme. Jasprit Bumrah, the silent executioner. In the symphony of world cricket, Jasprit Bumrah is the quiet note that turns into thunder. With an action as unorthodox as his rise, Bumrah redefined India's pace bowling legacy. No dramatic run-ups, no flamboyant celebrations, just a laser-focused glare, a run, and then destruction. With the ball angled like a sniper's bullet, Bumrah's toe-crushing yorkers and deceptive slower balls make time stand still for the batsman. Whether it's the pressure of a World Cup semi-final or a 5-day grind in Melbourne, he delivers with machine-like precision. Born in the by-lanes of Gujarat and forged in the fires of IPL pressure, Bumrah's ascent was fast and fierce. He isn't just a bowler, he's a cold-blooded problem solver. Every delivery is a calculation. Every over is a statement. He doesn't chase applause. He doesn't need it. His economy speaks. His wickets echo. And in the death overs, when hope flickers for the batting side, it is Bumrah who walks in like a ghost. Silently, swiftly, ruthlessly. He doesn't just take wickets. He dismantles reputations. And as the world watches, they know. When Bumrah has the ball, the game is his to end. Zaheer Khan, the strategist of swing. Zaheer Khan didn't just bowl with the ball, he bowled with his brain. A left-arm seamer from the dusty streets of Srirampur who rose to become India's pace architect on the world stage. He wasn't express pace like Shoaib, nor did he need to be. Zaheer relied on the science of swing and the soul of strategy. His weapon? The ability to shape the ball both ways, early, late, conventional, and reverse. In the 2011 World Cup, when pressure gripped 1 billion hearts, Zaheer stood like a general, leading with calm fire. He picked 21 wickets, finishing as the joint highest wicket-taker, scripting India's path to glory. But Zaheer's magic wasn't just in his wickets. It was in the mind games, the setup, the outthinking, the way he drew batters into traps as if reading their thoughts. In a country once obsessed with spin, he made fast bowling an art again. And unlike many quicks, Zaheer aged like fine wine, getting sharper, smarter, deadlier. He mentored a generation, including Bumrah and Shami, passing on a legacy of intellect and aggression. Zaheer wasn't just a bowler. He was a master strategist, a craftsman, and above all, the calm storm India always needed at the other end. Mitchell Starc, Australia, the left-armed general. From the moment he burst onto the 2015 World Cup scene, Starc's left-arm thunder became Australia's secret weapon. His trademark bumper, bowled from the extreme angle, seemed to defy physics, targeting the batsman's rib cage with surgical precision. In 2015 alone, he claimed 22 wickets at an astonishing average of 10.18, the best ever for a single tournament. Final versus New Zealand, Wellington. Stark's 628th tore through the Black Caps' top order and paved Australia's triumphant path. That late swinging Yorker delivered with a sling-like action that left batsmen stranded. Stark didn't just bowl wickets, he orchestrated collapses. He reminded the world that on the cricketing battlefield, the left arm can be deadlier than the right. Glenn McGrath, Australia. Mr. Reliable. If pace intimidates, then unerring accuracy cows the strongest. McGrath's clean, rhythmic run-up and metronomic delivery defied batsmen's weaknesses with merciless consistency. Across 3 World Cup victories, 1999, 2003, 2007, he piled up 71 wickets, the record for any bowler in World Cup history. 2003 semi-final versus Sri Lanka, Johannesburg. McGrath's 715 shredded the hosts' batting lineup in just 7 overs, the best ODI figures in World Cup lore. The creeping seam ball, lampshade to stumps, bowled with such precision that scoring off him felt like defying gravity. McGrath proved that line and length could be more fearsome than raw speed. When he bowled, every inch of the pitch became a minefield. Wasim Akram, Pakistan. Sultan of Swing. Wasim Akram arrived armed with a sorcery that made the ball sing. The king of reverse swing, he tormented batsmen in the desert heat of Sharjah and beyond. In the 1992 World Cup, his all-round magic, 28 wickets and key runs down the order, power played Pakistan to their maiden title. Final versus England, Melbourne. Akram's celebration-bound snorter and those 2 late wickets, Gatting and De Freitas, turned the tide. Reverse-swinging Yorkers, delivered at blistering pace, an art he perfected to become one of only 3 men with over 500 test wickets and 400 ODI wickets. Against Akram, the white ball seemed alive, twisting and diving after 40 yards as if possessed. No batsman felt safe. Brett Lee, Australia. The Jet. Brett Lee stormed onto every field like a freight train, clocking speeds in excess of 150 kilometers per hour. His raw energy and fearless mindset reshaped the notion of danger. Batsmen had to be at their absolute best, or risk being left sprawled in the dust. 2007 CWG match versus New Zealand, Johannesburg. Lee ripped through the Black Caps lineup with 4 33rds and a high-octane chase, the lethal bouncer barrage, pulsing adrenaline into spectators and sending helmets flying. When Lee ran in, even the cameras flinched. He revitalized the aura of fear akin to the great West Indian pacers, pure, unbridled pace with intent. Shoaib Akhtar, Pakistan. Raw power unleashed. Picture a figure hurtling down the pitch at warp speed, his stride a blur, his chest heaving with each explosive run-up. Shoaib Akhtar, the Rawalpindi Express, was the original speed demon. In the 2003 World Cup, record books trembled as he breached the 100 miles per hour barrier, leaving batsmen trembling in his wake. 2003 pool match versus England, Cape Town. Clocked at 161.3 kilometers per hour, 100.2 miles per hour, Shoaib's lethal bouncer lit up the stadium scoreboard and rattled Marcus Trescothick's helmet in one iconic over. The scything bouncer delivered with the force of a catapult. Hearing that crack meant the bowler was right on top of you. Shoaib didn't whisper threats, he hurled them. Every run-up felt like a gauntlet thrown down before the battle even began. Dale Steyn, South Africa. Stealthy speed and seam. If you combine the ferocity of raw pace with surgical seam movement, you'd approximate Dale Steyn's lethal blend. Though plagued by injuries, when Steyn was firing on all cylinders, he left the tournament whispering his name in prayers as much as curses. His outward swing and late jagged seams created chasms between bat and ball. 2015, pool match versus England, Melbourne. Steyn's 426 included 2 rip-snorting away swingers that bowled both openers back over their stumps. Chaos unfolded in the pavilion. The late away cutter, at 145 kilometers per hour, it darted off the seam with uncanny deception, sounding like tissue paper hitting willow before shattering stumps. Steyn wasn't just pace, he was craft and guile. His most dangerous weapon was that stroke of the seam. One moment seemingly tame, the next, pure malevolence. Mutia Muralitharan, Sri Lanka. The spin sorcerer. And then, the spin. Muralitharan, Sri Lanka's maestro, bent the laws of physics with a wrist so flexible it seemed supernatural. On dusty subcontinental tracks, his doosra and off-breaks turned like tornadoes, wrapping batsmen in a web of deception. Across 4 World Cups, he amassed 68 wickets, spinning nightmares from Bangalore to Bridgetown. The dosra, an off-spinner in disguise, rotating away at 80 revolutions per minute and skidding through the gate you thought you'd shut. Facing Muralitharan was like trying to read a book written in invisible ink. His arm action betrayed nothing, yet the ball danced, dove, and deceived. One glance, one prod, and the bales would fly, proof that true terror can be spun, not just hurled. From the left-arm slingers to the demons of pace, these artisans of annihilation redefined what it means to be dangerous under the World Cup lights. They forced legends to crumble, records to shatter, and hearts to pound with every delivery. Who held you captive with their craft? Who made you flinch at the very thought of facing them? Let us know in the comments below. And if this voyage through cricket's deadliest realms thrilled you, subscribe to World Sports Plays for more pulse-pounding countdowns. Until next time, remember, on this battlefield, every ball can be your last.